dedicato la mia vita ai momenti più felici, ad inseguire un sogno, il mio sogno. Quante volte mi hai deluso, non importa, io ci credo e vivo il mio sogno. Bari, grande amore, Bari unica e sola, Bari nel nostro cuore, non ti lasceremo da sola, facci sognare ancora, facci gridare ancora, Bari nel nostro cuore, non ti lasceremo da sola mai. Quanti viaggi con gli amici, tanti posti sconosciuti, tutti uniti innamorati di un sogno. Sempre.
Welcome everyone to a brand new edition of the Staten Island Soccer Report, coming to you live tonight from the studios of CTV. We're in Studio B tonight, a little change up from our usual Studio A, thanks to a couple of holidays on Mondays. Hey, we had to move over to the smaller studio. I also want to welcome the streamers on Facebook. Also, that's we're trying something out here, something new. Hopefully that works out pretty well. I know there's a bunch of followers in Europe, and they're probably up. It's late. It's probably like 2 a.m. in Italy. So thank you for joining us. And as far as what's going on Staten Island, really, I think it's mainly like tournaments going on now with the travel teams. I know Silver Lake, the U12 Fire, they're playing this Sunday in Teaneck. They got a tournament going on. So there's really not much going on. I think just staying in shape and getting ready for the spring season as far as youth soccer goes. And again, if anyone travel, rec, coaches, players that want to join us on the show, just get in touch with us. We're all over the place now. We got this Facebook going on. We got a Facebook page. We got a YouTube page. And I believe we got a call right off the bat here. Let's see. You're welcome. You're on the Staten Island Soccer Report.
Johnny Vincenzo from Brooklyn.
Okay, we got Vincenzo Tozo. This is your usual spot, Vincenzo. Thank you for calling in. And let me just introduce you. You're from the Fiao in Brooklyn?
Yes, Johnny. Brooklyn, Fiao.
Right.
And this year, more than before, we did register about 140 kids.
Wow. All right.
Which is a high record for many years.
That's a record number of children registered in Brooklyn. And
soccer.
And I think we spoke about this in the past, Vincenzo. I believe that's due a lot of it has to do with the Women's World Cup.
Yes, we do have two women soccer team.
Okay.
Under 12 years old.
Right.
And also we have a little under 7, also a girls team. So we got 3 teams there.
Vincenzo, before we go, and Vincenzo's going to be with us for pretty much the whole show today. We're now streaming on Facebook, Vincenzo. So, in other words, everyone on Facebook, and a lot of the Facebook friends that I have are from Bari. Okay?
Oh, right, Johnny.
Yeah, so we got a few people right now watching on Facebook the show and listening to us, okay? So we'll take it from there, Vincenzo. The topic of today's show, Vincenzo, I think is boys versus girls in soccer. All right, we could touch on that a little bit.
Johnny, that's a tough subject, delicate subject.
Well, you know what? That's why I want to touch on it a little bit, because I came across it recently. I'm not, it depends on what age. I think, right? I just wanted to get your take on that, because I definitely rely on you with the experience that you have, and what's your take on that?
I would say up to the eighth grade.
Eighth
You
grade.
you can mix the, or you can play against each other, or mix the boys and girls team, for instance. Once you go to high school,
Right.
I think high school it's the body, a boy
Yeah.
body against female body,
Oh,
14 years
well,
old.
well,
That's so.
let's just leave it as we start running into problems. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So anyhow, what my thing was, having a girls team play a boys team. I don't think it's fair. You know.
Not before, as I said, John, and up to the junior high, eighth grade.
Hmm.
After eighth grade, then, like I said, we're looking for trouble.
Well, look, you can have 11-year-old boys playing 11-year-old girls,
Yes.
and the boys could be stronger, physically. That's my thing, you know. What are the girls going to get out of it if the boys are just physically stronger on the ball, you know?
Remember, John, today the girls they do a lot of competition. They participate in many sports. They're more aggressive.
Okay.
Maybe 10 years ago, I would said no way. Maybe
No.
only kindergarten level, pre-K
Yeah,
level.
All right.
10 years ago. Now we said eighth grade. Maybe a couple more years, it can even go higher, high
Right.
school and so forth.
All right, so if we put the women's national team against the men's national United States
No.
team,
No.
you can't do that.
We had Johnny many years ago. I remember this girl was playing goalkeeper,
Right.
and she came out of the field. She played against the boys at 10, 11 years old.
Yeah.
When she went to high school, right, she switched to hockey.
Oh, just what?
And guess what, Johnny? She became the goalkeeper of the men's team
Wow. Okay.
in hockey.
All right.
But that's hockey. Remember, hockey is not the,
No.
it's a different. So she went for being the goalkeeper of the soccer team to a hockey
Right.
goalkeeper, playing with the boys, which is something very unusual.
All right, Vincenzo. Listen, let's since we got some fans from Body watching on YouTube, on Facebook, right?
Mm-hmm.
Let's talk about Body first, okay? What's going on with the team now? They won their game, the last game they played, Vicenza, right?
They play against Lanerossi Vicenza. They won 1-0
No.
towards the end of the game.
Okay.
Very,
Was it
very
2-1 Vincenzo?
2-1. I mean, by one goal.
Yeah.
But there was like a tough victory,
Okay.
and not an easy victory.
So before that, they changed the coach, right?
Yeah. And also they didn't win for like more than a month.
They lost. I think they lost 5 games in a row.
So finally they came back to a victory, but they're still in the playoff.
Yeah, they're in fourth.
Location.
They're in fourth place in Serie A B,
So-
right? And they're in the playoffs. But from what I'm seeing on Facebook and with all the tutti bares,
Hey, ce m'ha fa Costi Magnone.
they want to win Serie A B. They want to be first place.
Gianni, Crotone and Cagliari, they are pulling away.
They're pulling away. I know. Yes.
Crotone, it's a young team. It's very. Every year they pull out a lot of young guys,
Right.
and they felt like Florenzi from Roma. He played with Crotone
Yes.
a year or two ago. A couple other guys. So Crotone and Cagliari, they're pulling. Bari make the playoff, and then
What
take
about
it from there.
second place is not really. I mean, they're 10 points behind.
Woo, Johnny,
That's a lot of. That's
that's
a
a
lot.
lot of points.
Okay, so the idea is to make the playoffs, and
Get a chance,
you have a chance with the playoffs.
and always rely on the young players.
Yes, sure.
I don't know if you watched Sampdoria last week, and they switched Cassano with
A young-
Zarate. I said, This guy, he played 20 years ago with Inter. He's still playing.
Yeah, yeah.
And I mean, why don't you give a chance to the young players?
Yes.
Well, these guys, Sarate, Alvarez, they used to play in Italy a long time ago.
Yeah.
That means they're looking for the name player, not for the, to promote the kids
Right.
for the future. They rely on these guys. They play like a long time ago.
Yeah.
They come back out of nowhere,
Yep.
out of retirement.
They're just relying on the names.
Yeah, just
The
because
old-
your name is Zarate.
Right,
You
right.
played in Italy with Lazio, Inter, then went to England, then for a couple of years did not play.
All
Now
right.
he's coming back.
Yeah.
For what?
Well, Sampdoria is on the bottom there, so.
And, I mean, I don't like to see like I want to, even if you're on the bottom.
Listen, let's get back to Body for a few minutes, Vincenzo. Do you know anything about the new coach? Anything on any background information on him?
John, what is the name of the coach?
All right, I have to pull it up here. But yeah, they just signed this coach maybe 2 weeks ago.
So Nicola is out.
Nicola's out.
Hey, Nicola, I know one guy, Nicola.
They fired Nicola, right before, I think during the holiday.
Yeah.
That's the worst time you want to get fired, too.
When they had that winter recess,
Yeah.
I didn't follow it. They said it'd be because
Yeah,
nothing
so
was going on.
Body had like 2 weeks off. There were 2
Yeah.
weeks off. So but in that time, that's when they fired him. And all right. So anyway, with the new coach, they tied one game and they won one game. So
Well, John, when the team is not doing good, the first guy that goes is the coach.
right, of course. And now I was a little surprised about that, but again, reading Facebook and all the fans in Body telling me that they don't want to wait no more. They're tired. They want to win. They want to get out of B. They want to go into Serie A.
Well, remember, Bari is not a small city. It's a big. You talk about almost over 700,000 people in Bari.
Right.
Plus all those big towns around Bari, Bitetto, Bitonto,
Yep.
Altamura,
Mola.
Mola de Beira. They're all over like 30,000, 40,000, 50,000 people.
And now Body's getting exposure in New York City.
Because of the Staten Island soccer
Well,
report.
yeah, you know what? We're going to keep Body alive in New York City as long as we can.
That's
And
right.
hopefully they can get into Serie A next season. We're hoping for that.
Well, remember, this season is not over. The playoff
No.
spot, and then you might get lucky. You might
Right.
might be in top shape for 'em at the
Yep.
time when the playoff starts. Then it doesn't matter if everything is a right time, right moment.
Yeah. Yeah, well, it must start right after the season, right? I'm going to assume right after the season's finished, they'll play a little tournament, right?
Oh yeah, you're talking about
The playoff.
the playoff. Once the season starts, depending on the position where you're standing,
Yep.
you play.
Yep.
Yeah, and then you have to play more than one series. You have
Well-
to play at least like American football type.
Yeah, yeah.
It's not like you win the first game and then you have to play the winner of the other
Right.
and then the final. So it's
Yeah, it's
it's
number.
not an easy
No,
journey.
it's not easy. I think it's number 3 to number 6, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. So anyway, all right, listen, what I would love to do is get somebody from Body on the show here, like you, calling up, and, we can get more information that way, okay?
But Johnny, the guys from Bari, do they speak English?
Oh, yes, a lot of guys speak English. Oh, yeah, sure.
If not, we have to turn this into an Italian.
If not, we speak the dialect,
Hey, Wagno, c'è mafia?
Shemai, Shemane,
Forza bene.
Okay, so anyway, that's pretty much it for Body. We hope that they're going to Serie A, all right?
Well, Johnny, I'm hoping first make sure they make the playoff. Forget about first and second.
Yeah.
Playoff number one. Right now, it can lose sight of the playoff.
Right. Well,
Once
right
we
now,
get the playoff, we go.
yeah, right now they're number 4, so we got to keep
Yeah.
winning.
So
All right, and again, I want to thank everybody in Body, okay, for all the support that they give me on Facebook. And
Forza Bari.
yes, Forza Body sempre. Okay, Vincenzo, what else is, I mean, there's a lot of things going on in Italy. I was looking around on the internet today, and I came across one guy's name. You're probably going to say, ooh, he's too old. But anyway, Luca Toni.
Look at all. See, this is the type of players that if I had a team, I will work on them because they play with the heart.
Yeah.
They play because they love to play.
Right.
Now you have guys that play for money,
Yeah.
mercenary. So
Right.
that's the guys, that I want to see the young play. But a guy like Tony, Cassano, these guys, they have something to say to Serie A team.
Yeah.
Well, Tony is not a young man. Tony, he has been playing
Tony
steady.
he's 38, I believe,
Yeah.
38. So, but that's not old, all right?
Well, in soccer, Johnny, also, in soccer, a forward, a center forward like Tony type,
Yeah.
and a goalkeeper, they could play until they're 100 years old.
Okay. But the problem with him now, he's playing on Verona,
Verona.
and what, they in last place, right?
And the bottom.
Then the bottom is City A. So what would they do? Would they sell him?
I would say if they go in, I would if they sell it, will be to a team that they need a name player just to attract a couple of fans, not to.
Yeah.
But otherwise, best thing to do, pack it up and
C'est la vie.
mettere le scarpe a chiodo.
That's it. So
Hang up the shoes.
hang him up, and that's it, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah, I always liked watching him play with the national team. So,
Yeah.
all right, what else you got cooking? And I got some articles here that we're gonna go over.
Go ahead, John.
All right, here's another one, Vincenzo, I came across today with Conti. Now, they're saying he's gonna decide, I guess, after the European championship this summer, what his decision, he's going to make a decision after that, about his coaching the national team. Now, why would he even decide to go anywhere?
Well, Johnny, the English team, the Premier Soccer League,
Yeah.
when they call you Chelsea, Manchester, when they call you because they are going to give you a multi-year contract and multi-million
Yep.
dollar contract.
Yep.
So money talks and everything else works
That's a shame, right? Isn't it?
because everything now it's money. It's the love of soccer. And Johnny, it's me and you and
Yeah.
guys like us, But
Oh.
that level, everything's money, 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 money.
All right, but Vincenzo, at least win something. He hasn't won anything with the national team yet.
Well, he won. That's why if I was Conte, if I win the Europe
Right.
Cup,
Right.
then I would stay for the World Cup.
Right.
Right? I mean, common sense, right?
Well,
So for him, by winning the European Cup, he could go to the league. He says, "I want Europe now. Give me some extra money."
right.
So, if let's say he has a bad tournament, he has other options for the clubs, most likely in England.
Yeah.
He's looking. Otherwise, now he's a name coach, and his name wants the money for his name.
Okay. Yeah, but I think he has to at least win something. If you win a European Cup or a
Yeah.
World Cup, and then you're worth more.
Well, like I said, if he wins the Europe Cup, he's going to remain as a coach of the Italian team.
Unless somebody
if,
comes.
No, but even because now you're talking about pride. Because now,
Yeah.
can I show everybody I
Yep.
can win the World Cup?
Right.
So
Well,
the Italian managers, the Italian president of the league,
Right.
it's going to give you extra incentive.
Talking about the Italian Federation, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So Vincenzo, let's stick with the team now. I mean, they're already set. Okay, they had a pretty good qualifying stage, right? They did pretty well. What are their chances in the European?
No, remember, the Italian team, except for the last two World Cup that like the last World Cup, Montalivo got hurt, the key player got hurt, and then the team in the midfield went AWOC.
Yep.
And same thing over here. If the players are in top shape, in top condition,
Yep.
during the right time, they could do. The Italian team, it's really a surprising team. You don't know, but they are always there. And it's not like they are like on the bottom. They're always there. Just a matter, do you get the key player?
Mm-hmm.
Are they in top condition? If the key player gets hurt, like Montalivo gets hurt, and then some other guys they're out of shape, then no matter what you're doing, you're not going to go no places.
Well, don't forget the European Cup starts right after the season ends in May.
Yes.
So these guys, I don't know, is it going to be too much for them?
No, remember, once they determine who's going to be running for, most likely between Napoli and Juventus.
Juventus, yeah.
Right? Most likely.
Right.
So, and the teams already, most of them will be like out of the championship.
Right.
They're going to rest a good. I mean, even if they play, they're going to play like a quarter of a game.
Aspetta, Vincenzo, Juventus and Napoli are neck and neck.
Yeah.
Or Napoli's on top now, we'll say, and Juventus is
second.
2 points behind them. So, they might go all the way to the end.
Well, I guess with Napoli, Johnny. Napoli, if you see Napoli games, 10 non-Italian, 1 Italian.
So 10 non, how many? There's nobody on there then?
One guy.
One.
And 3 weeks ago, you had a game, Inter against Sassuolo.
Yes.
Inter, Sassuolo.
Yeah.
Sassuolo beats Inter 1-0.
Wow.
Inter.
Yes.
10 foreign
Foreign
players,
players.
1 Italian. Sassuolo.
Right,
10
yeah.
Italian, 1 foreign player.
But that's nothing new with Inter. Inter, they always do that.
So Sassuolo, Italy beats Inter 1-0.
Right. Okay.
So,
All right,
my team is, I would like to see. That's why Sassuolo, you could go there, you could recruit a couple Italian play for the Italian team.
Right.
Where can you go from the Inter? What are you going to get out of the Inter?
Can't get nobody from Inter.
Nobody.
Yeah, if they don't have
So if you go to Napoli, what are you going to get out of Napoli?
Yeah.
Nobody.
Yep.
So you have to go Empoli, Sassuolo.
Yeah. All right, Vincenzo, speaking of, we're going to stick with the national team for a couple more minutes. I got a couple of old names, again, coming out. Cassano still thinks he has a chance. Okay? This is the report, again, all right? They're coming out, it comes from Italy, all right? Cassano thinks that, and Conte has left the door open. So, what do you think about that?
Jenny, Cassano, the last 2 games, I'm watching every Saturday, Sunday, all the games,
right.
Especially when Cassano's there. So I don't have the internet, but I do watch on the Rai TV channel.
Yeah.
And the last 3 or 4 games, I tell you, Cassano is back.
He's back.
Woo!
Okay.
He scored a beautiful goal against the Buffon, your favorite goalie there.
Yeah.
Right? A goal there, Buffon, 10 minutes later, he dove. It's too late.
Yeah, it was too late.
So Cassano, plus.
So maybe Cassano gave him a little envelope to let him score.
No, but Cassano, the game before, I don't know if you see that when Sampdoria wins 4-1 or 4-0, Cassano gave like 3 beautiful assists.
3 passes, yeah.
He didn't score a goal, but he put there and the other guy one-on-one with the goalie, and then, I could score myself over there.
Yeah. So Cassano's rejuvenated.
Yeah, so I would like to see Castano, at least even if we don't play the whole game, he
Right.
could go in at 15, 20 minutes.
Well,
Maybe, he will make the difference.
all right. So yeah, we could probably use him as an experienced player. Maybe he could help out the young guys also at the same
Yeah,
time.
and
Right.
I mean, Castano, I like the way he's playing lately
Right. Okay.
because Sampdoria changed the coach.
Right.
The other coach, Zenga,
Yeah.
he
Well.
never utilized him.
Okay.
So with the new coach, Montella, he played with Montella a couple of years ago.
Yep.
So
All right.
Montella is giving him, he's starting from the beginning.
Right. All right. What about we got another name, Mario Bolotelli.
No, Mario Balotelli.
Okay.
This guy, Johnny, put him in a boat, Alaska.
Well, again, another report from supposedly from Conte says he has to do a lot of work.
Yeah.
He has to show a lot, and he doesn't have much time to do it. So, but if
He's not playing. He plays like 2 minutes once in a while.
yeah, what's going on with Mario? Super Mario, they called him at one
But,
time.
everything is the coach. Does the coach? Did the coach ask for Gianni Conteduca?
Right.
If the coach says I didn't ask, but they gave it to me,
Okay.
guess
Right,
what
right,
happened?
Right. Right.
So Mihalovic, he never asked for Balotelli. He asked for Imbranovic,
Yes.
and they gave him Balotelli.
Wow.
So
But my question is, this guy Mario Bolotelli showed some signs of greatness. We'll call it. He showed signs of it. Why can't a coach bring that back out of him?
because each coach, you take a coach from Napoli, Sarri, right? And the coach Benitez from
Right.
last year, difference night and day. Sarri was able to find the position for Amsic, for Insigne, for a couple of defender. Where the other coach, the coach, I think a good team, it's not the player or the coach, it's both the coach
right.
and the player. If
Right.
the player finds your position, and you're in that position, you give the most for the team, you're going to go places.
Right.
But if you say, well, I'm Mario Balotelli, you cannot tell me what to do.
Yeah.
You're going to have a problem.
Right. Yeah, and I hope that's not the attitude that he has because I mean, he's wasting a lot of talent there sitting on the bench.
Again, Johnny, every team that he went,
Yeah.
same. It's not like the same
Yeah.
story.
Yeah.
I mean, when are you going to change? When you are 95?
Yeah, he's getting up there too in age,
So
right?
he's getting there in age. He changed a couple of teams. Every team he went, same story.
Right. He's been in the Premier League. He's been in Serie A for a while now, right?
I mean, these guys are grown-up men. They're making billions of dollars, and then they're still a kid.
Well, it's sad to see. I don't like to see that, but
I would take
unfortunately.
Castano over Balotelli any day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, all right. So we got one more guy to talk about as far as the national team goes, the Italian national team. We got to speak about Buffon, Gigi Buffon. Another report came out saying, I don't know if it came from him or it probably did come from him, saying that he's not going to retire until the 2018 World Cup.
Yes, because he, if I remember correctly, in the beginning of your last year, I mentioned your show that before he wants to beat the record, all-time record for goalkeeper.
Wow.
And participate, I think, in 5 World Cup.
So far, he's on track to do that.
Yeah, that's what he wants to do. And plus, with the Juventus, again, Italian defender, Chiellini, Bonucci, Barzagli, right? And guys, that tough defense. I love Chiellini. If you see Chiellini,
Oh, yeah.
that's the play that I will give him the captain back.
Now, Chiellini, doesn't he remind you of Materazzi?
No, Materazzi was more dirty player. Chiellini is more hard player.
Well, he was dirty. He was more physical.
Yeah, Materazzi a little bit dirty, a little bit.
Maybe he used his mouth a little too much in the
Materazzi
World
also
Cup.
he was taller.
Taller,
But Chiellini is a tough defender. Chiellini is like a wall.
He's clean.
He's clean, but
Clean
he's
defender.
hard.
Right. He's hard. He's a clean player. He doesn't No cheap shots.
Remember Camilo?
Yes.
Camilo, the soccer player used to play with the Campagnola team there.
Okay.
When he hit you, but
Right.
the referee
Yeah.
couldn't call because
Yeah.
it's a hard hit.
Yeah. Yeah.
He didn't came to hurt you,
Yeah.
but he says, "Oh boy, he's here, and the wall is here."
Yeah. All right. Well, um, if he's doing a good job, I'm talking about Buffon. I have no problems with him playing, in the net, as a goalkeeper. And I know him and Conte are good friends, so they're not gonna, they go back to Juventus days.
Yeah, I know. But Buffon, I mean, unless Johnny, Juventus, they are not in first place.
Yeah,
They
yeah,
are like
yeah.
in the fourth, fifth place because of Buffon made a couple of paparas.
Right. Well, you know what? Those things happen, Vincenzo. I mean,
Yeah.
but
So Buffon is doing good, Johnny.
so the thing is, does Buffon give Italy a chance to win the European Cup? Does it? You got to put the best 11 players, no?
Yes.
Or we're gonna go with favoritism and friends.
Then if we do favoritism and back to square one, you're gonna have guys that they're playing not because they're the best, but because they're playing, and that policy. There was a Prandelli policy.
Yeah.
Prandelli took all the guys who played with Fiorentina
Yeah.
and this and that. Meanwhile, you had a couple of guys, because this guy don't listen to me. Either the coach has to every Sunday go out, send his assistant coaches to
Yep.
games
Right.
and watch players and make sure that only the best will play. At least we have a chance. But if you say, "Oh, put this guy because this guy is using my shoes,"
Yeah.
who cares?
Yeah. All right. So, you know what? I haven't really watched too many Juventus games, and the games that I did watch, he didn't give up any goals.
Yeah, again,
So-
John.
So,
The Juventus defense, they have.
right.
I love the defense because I've been playing together for years.
Right.
It's not like every other team. Every year they change 2 or 3 guys.
All right.
Back to the drawing board.
So the Juventus defenders, are they all Italian national team players or?
Yeah, Chiellini,
Chiellini's one.
Bonucci, Barzagli. Barzagli is of their age,
Okay.
but Bonucci and Chiellini,
Yes, for sure. Right.
they are like just 30s and the 30s,
Okay.
like late 20s, early 30s.
Banucci, if I'm not, was he
Bari.
Bari? Okay, yeah, that's where I remember. Okay.
Even Ranocchia, but
So-
Ranocchia is getting there
So
also.
let's go back. Zambrotta was also from Bari.
Yeah, but Zambrotta, Johnny, I don't know if he plays with Carpi or he retired.
He might have retired, maybe.
Yeah.
We don't know.
I think
so.
last time I heard he was playing with Carpi,
Okay.
the team in Serie A that went last year.
Yeah. All right. So, as far as the national team goes, Vincenzo, they're in pretty good shape, right? Because most of the players are in Juve, and we know what they're doing this year. Okay.
Yes.
They came back from the bottom because they started off a little slow, but I think the national team is in good shape, and you know what? For me, I think get to the final. I know
That's
that's
right, John.
at least try to get to the final. Let's go far in this tournament, and let's open up some eyes around the world again.
Right now, one of my favorite coach that made the difference the moment he took over the team, Donadoni. He went to Bologna.
Yeah.
Bologna was losing all the games.
Right, right,
He went to Bologna overnight.
right.
He took the team he switched upside down.
Yeah.
And Bologna is one of the best teams, again, because of the coach.
Well, he came in, he put a system in, and
Yeah.
the players follow the system, and there you go.
I'm telling you, but
Yeah.
Donadoni will make the difference. The coaches, John, before, but today,
Yeah.
it's a team effort.
Right.
Coaches
Yep.
and players.
Yep.
If you got that, especially if you have a coach, like I said, Napoli had the players this year.
Yeah.
But the coach Benitez, he put everybody haywhack. So this year, they decided to find everybody position, everything else. Same thing with Donadoni. He got in Bologna.
Right.
First thing he did, Destro, couple other guys. They said, "You playing here, you go," and from the sideline, he's giving direction. That's
Right.
another a sign of good coach. When instead of sitting down in the bullpen over there,
Yeah.
you go on the sideline and they say, "Hey, go over there, move it." The coach will make the difference.
Right. So in that case, with Bologna, you got a good coach, and the players bought the system. They like the system.
Yes.
Now a guy in Juventus, where you got these superstar players, how much of a difference does the coach make in Juventus?
Well,
Not too much, in my opinion, right?
Again, John, the coach, that means if you have superstars in your team,
Right.
It's like Joe Torre for the Yankees.
Yep.
Your job is to make sure everybody, nobody gets mounted ahead. They want this and they want. Your job is to make sure that we're on the same page.
Right.
In other words,
Keep the peace, in other
keep
words.
the peace.
Yeah,
Don't
yeah.
this guy I scored a goal. I'm better than you and this and that. No,
Oh.
it takes time, and your job is to. Also, a club like Juventus, just
Yeah.
remember.
Yeah.
You need if you go for the Championship League, if you go for Coppa Italia, if you go for Scudetto, you need two teams over there.
Yeah. Well, you need right enough players
Ooh.
to last the whole year.
Yeah, that's why team like Sampdoria, Carpi, Frosinone, they only have enough for 11 guys now.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So also, Vincenzo, from last month, this is it might be old news for you, but going back to Conte, he was also named Italy's top coach. He got an award for that, and it's the 4th straight year that he was awarded the top coach in Italy.
Johnny, who was the coach of Juventus team? Conte,
He was, yeah.
right? Juventus, every year they were winning,
Right.
not by 1 point, or they were winning by few extra points.
Couple of goals, yeah.
And to do that in the Serie A, it's not an easy task.
No. Well, he's also young. He's only 46 years old, so he's young. He's going to be around for a while coaching.
They also heard, Johnny, that if Conte leaves, who's next? Allegri.
Allegri. Where's he from? Where is he now?
He's Juventus coach now.
Oh, the guy with, okay.
Yeah,
Right.
he's a by.
I'm a little surprised, Vincenzo, and you might know more than me about this. Ancelotti.
Ancelotti.
He's a good coach.
He's still under Real Madrid contract.
Well, you know what? I'm sure, or maybe not, if the national team calls you, maybe, you're not allowed to get out of the contract?
You have technicalities.
Well, you would put that in. I would put that in my contract. If the national team comes to call you, you can't hold anybody. Just like you don't want to hold the player back.
Yeah, but remember, Conte, he doesn't want to leave yet.
No, we're saying when the day comes.
Well, like I said, let's wait at this. Maybe Ancelotti may be under contract until June this year.
Yeah.
So after June, he could go Roma. I would like to see Ancelotti with Milan.
Back to Milan.
I would like to go see there because he knows the system,
Yeah.
he knows the club, he knows the, Ancelotti. Plus, he was. I don't know if you remember Gianni Sacchi when Milan had a great soccer team in the 90s.
Yes.
Ancelotti, he was the player coach in the field.
Oh, I didn't know that. No.
Yeah, otherwise in the field he's a player. By same token, he's
Right.
like, hey, move there.
Yeah,
That's why all this Van Basten,
Yeah.
Rijkaard, all these guys here. Ancelotti was he was the soccer messenger.
Right.
Plus he knew all the. Another guy who did that with Inter was Cambiasso.
Okay.
Cambiasso, nice playing I think in Portugal.
He was a player coach. Right.
Yeah, so on the field, and to do that, John, remember you have to watch the game, your game,
Yeah.
and plus you have to, call the players, go
Right.
left, go right, come
Right.
back, go forward. It's not an easy job.
Yes. All right, Vincenzo. What? Anything else you want to add about Serie A and Italian soccer? before we move
Well,
over?
Serie A, it looks like in the beginning, the group was 5, 6 group all gathering together.
Yeah.
They were breathing
Yeah.
on top of each other.
Right.
Now back to square one, back to 2 teams.
All right.
Instead of Roma, it's Napoli.
Right.
Napoli, Juventus.
Speaking of Roma, Totti, is he still in the mix there? Is he still playing?
Totti, he lets the young players
Okay.
play the game.
Smart.
But he gets dressed just to watch the game.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, he likes
Okay.
the idea,
Yeah.
the idea that the family, always his wife and the kids,
Right.
they go to the game.
Yep.
I don't know if you saw Cassano last week in Sampdoria. He took the kid, his son, on top of his shoulder, and he's going around the field.
Yeah. No.
Cassano with the son on top of his shoulder, and
Yeah.
it's going.
There's been a lot of, and we're off Facebook now. The streaming ended. Okay, it's about 30 minutes.
Oh,
so,
Johnny.
So yeah, no, it finished on Facebook, but
okay,
but they'll watch us on YouTube when they get a chance. Anyway, yeah, I still see a lot of reports with Cassano and Body. So at some point, I don't know, maybe he's going to be involved with Body because all he talks about, he still loves the team. He's from Body, he's a Bades, So I don't know.
I would like to see Cassano be, if let's say, if Bari goes in Serie A next year,
Yeah.
play one season,
Yeah.
and then it become like a Zanetti type, like a customer relation player.
Yeah.
He goes in a spogliatoio. He goes like a spokesman
Right,
for
right.
Bari.
Yeah.
Maybe I would like to see that.
Yeah, if they go to A, you probably see him on the team. Okay,
Yeah,
so
even though doesn't start the game, if he goes for 10 minutes, it's okay.
yeah. All right, Vincenzo, let's wrap it up with the Italian Serie A and Serie B. We go to the United States now. The MLS started. They do training camp now.
For the
MLS.
it starts I think in April, John.
No, yeah, but they're starting now. They're doing training already. They're in Florida.
That's good. Hey, listen.
All right, the Red Bulls. I saw them. They're already training. They're getting themselves ready to. Yeah, the season starts early March.
Early March, right?
Yeah. So both the New York teams they're training now. They show on the internet and all that. Pirlo and the Red Bulls. They're doing their thing, getting ready for a season. So now we have Pirlo getting ready to play in America for a full season.
Beautiful, John.
Okay. He also turned down. In January they got the transfer to go play in Italy.
Yeah.
He said no.
I think Roma was looking for him.
Somebody was looking. Yeah. So,
Yeah, Roma.
So he turned them down. But
Jovinko, right?
Jovinko and him, they were together recently, because Jovinko's in Toronto now, and Pirlo's in New York. So they were together. I saw something on the internet with them two were together. But he's also leaving open. He wants to play for the national team now. I don't know how that works out. I mean,
See again, John, Conte, because Conte's there.
Yeah,
Is anybody else?
yeah.
Do you need Pirlo? It's gonna be.
Well-
Remember, every year it's a year
Vincenzo,
extra.
Pirlo is still the maestro. He's still probably Italy's best midfielder. Okay, and I understand they're friends with he's friends with the coach, but you probably almost have to put him in there.
The question, John, can you handle the whole game? It's not he doesn't know. The question is, if we have against a German team or Spanish team, and can he keep up with the pace?
You know what? If he's fit, if he's in shape, I would say yes. The man knows how to control and calm the game down in the midfield. When the Italians have the ball, he knows where to put it. He can, he's just, for me, he calms everything down for Italy. So.
Well, John, like I said, Conte, he has to decide. With the Juventus, because he has at least, I would say, 4 or 5 players from Juventus, right? So you put
Yeah.
Pirlo there, so you got 6 players from
Right.
Juventus.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because you got Marchisio, I told you Barzagli, Bonucci, Chiellini, Buffon, and so right there, and plus Pirlo. I mean, that's why he would be Andy
Yeah.
if I go there. But if we have another coach, I don't think the other coach will call Pirlo.
No, but it also would be a lot of travel for him to go back and forth to New York.
Yeah.
You know. So
Well, no, they don't mind traveling. John, these guys, they make money, so
Right.
they don't
Yeah.
mind traveling.
Right. Okay. So anyway, Pirlo is. It looks like he's enjoying the life here in America now, especially in New York. So, and good luck to him, I guess, with the New York team this
Well,
year.
John, because the pace of the MLS compared to the Bundesliga, Spanish League, the Serie A, it's a little bit slow, and he
right.
could still maneuver around. That's
All
why
right,
they choose
so
him.
his style fits the MLS.
Yes.
Okay, so that makes sense. All right.
Yeah.
All right, so there's not really much to report with the New York teams because they're in training camp. So the women's national team. Now they're going to be playing qualifying games for the Olympics. This summer's the Olympics in Brazil.
Wow.
Now the United States women's team has won probably 3 or 4 gold medals already with the Olympics. So that's nothing new to them. But this year or last year after the World Cup, we had a few players retired, right? And a couple injured players. So the roster came out a couple days ago for the women's team. And, this Coach Jill, she put a young team. I mean, I don't think they have a choice. But this United States women's team is a lot younger than what everyone is used to seeing. So it's going to be interesting now. They had a couple of games, which I still think they're the best in the world. Maybe like a Germany. I don't know what their team is going to look like, but I think their goalkeeper also retired.
Yeah.
The keeper
John,
from Germany.
It all depends on the level of competition. I believe in USA women's soccer, it's a high level competition.
It's very
so
high, right?
you produce a lot of players. But if you go other countries, I would say most likely USA has the best professional soccer league. In Italy, they're trying to make up a women professional soccer league.
Yeah,
They cannot start from nowhere.
Right. Yeah.
So at least the USA, the idea that you have clubs, they play each other. Maybe you got couple of world soccer players. They come to play here, and plus, not even that, you got also young women.
Yeah.
They come and they get scholarship in university, in colleges. And then when they finish college, university, they go to professional.
Right, they play for their national.
So that's why USA, and even though a couple of injury, a couple of retirees, they still produce a good level of competition.
All right, so now the women's team, the United States women's team, is going to be playing qualifying games in the United States here. It looks like in Houston. All right. Costa Rica, I mean, we've played them. I don't know if you've seen any of those games, but they beat them easy. All right, there's really no competition with Costa Rica, Mexico. Even though they play better against other countries, but not against the U.S. So, I mean, I think they're going to easily they'll qualify for the Olympics. That's going to, it's not going to be any problem for them. The problem might be against Brazil, the host.
Yeah, Brazil, Germany is always there.
Well,
no
Germany,
women
right?
And men, they're always there.
Yeah, Germany will be there. France is up and coming. England made a run. They won a few games in the World Cup. So watch out.
England.
Watch out for England. Again, now this is not the same. For me, I would be a little worried. It's not the same United States team that won the World Cup. But like you said, there's a lot of competition here. But these girls, the new girls that are on this team, still they have to prove themselves. Okay, you can't.
Because remember, John, these new girls, they play college level.
Yep.
Now they're playing professional level. It's not like, you go play a professional.
Right.
They did, they're not the less to come on the field. They know the game. It's just a matter of coaches
Right.
apply the right strategy or the right method, and then you take it from there.
Right. Well, I think the new captain now is Carly Lloyd.
Hey,
All right, and she scored. They played Ireland last weekend. If I'm not mistaken, was 5-0 the United States. She scored 3 goals in that one, so she's on top. She's in full form. Okay, again, I'm excited. Of course, it's almost like a half a team. You got a new players, so a little excited to see what these new girls are going to bring to this national team. If the beat keeps going on the same, or they're going to stumble a little bit. So.
well, John, very important if they back to drawing board, supposed to receive TV exposure.
Right.
This way people watch, and then when even when they play home games, you could take a big stadium.
Yeah.
You can fill up, no problem.
Yeah, and I think they pretty much do. They do a good job. They don't put them in the big stadiums. They put them maybe,
20,000 people.
Yeah, that's, what? If you've 20, 30,000, that's fine for women's soccer, And if it gets into the World Cup, you saw what they did in Canada. Okay, they saw 50, 60,000 in Canada. So the people come out and see the women, which is a good thing. All right, Brazil is another rival. They're very tough against the United States, and they're
remember Brazil soccer is always the main sport,
right. Yep.
and you have everybody playing. So even the grandmother, grandfather playing soccer.
Yeah. So the men and the women are good.
So they're playing at the beach. They're playing in the field. They're playing in the top of the mountains. These guys soccer. It's in their blood.
Right. So don't forget, let's not forget Brazil. They're playing at home, and they're probably going to be one of the favorites. I don't even know. Well, again, nobody qualified yet, so let's see what happens.
Yeah, John. I mean, the women, we could wait a couple of months, like in the springtime.
Yeah.
Then we know exactly which direction they move.
Yeah. Right. Well, right. These new plays, they've only played a couple of games, except friendlies. So we really don't know. We want to see them play in real competition. That's how we could judge the team. So, all right, Vincenzo, we got a few more minutes. What's going on in Brooklyn? Let's get back to what you guys been up to there. I know you just came off the holiday break.
Yeah, and unfortunately last week, John, this storm here, we only had 27 inches.
Oh, that's not bad.
Well, how much you had in Staten?
I think we were around 31, somewhere around there.
You got more than us.
I'm still digging out.
Who do you know?
You can keep the 31. I'll take the 27. Yeah, I mean, the storm, it just shut down everything just about,
And, Johnny, we have the beauty of soccer. We have a diversity of nations there. Before, like in the 90s, predominantly were Italians, European. Now we have South America country. We have Eastern Europe country like Bulgaria, Hungary. They sign up people from Morocco, Egypt. I mean, you're talking about, Johnny, diversity. We got at the federation.
Okay, that's good. I mean, that's great.
Soccer is a World Cup, right?
It's a world sport.
So we in the federation, you see a world participation, John.
That's good. Who's running the federation there? Is it?
No, the sport director is Carlo Lauricella.
Okay, still Carlo. Okay,
and
good.
Salvatore Frontere is the assistant.
Okay, good. How's Dominic doing? Have you seen him?
No, Dominic, he was the assistant director.
Yes.
And then 2 years ago, as you know, he's changed job, and and he's working on Saturday, Sundays.
So he's
and
still.
the last time I saw him was like 2 years ago.
Oh, really? He hasn't come by. Okay. Yeah,
I
he's
don't know
been
if
on the
Does
show.
he still ref?
No, he gave that up too. He doesn't. No, he has no time for refereeing.
How about Frankie? Remember Frankie, your friend Frankie? Does he ref?
No, I think he gave up refereeing too. He's coaching maybe 2 or 3 teams now.
All right, John. That's good. Hey,
Yeah,
listen,
so-
you know,
Well, you know what? When you have 3 kids and they all want to play soccer, and they want you to coach because you did it for one kid, and then you got to do it for the other.
It's good, John. I like that.
That's a good idea.
It's good. You know, Frank, like I said, he became a referee. You know, he was taking his kids from Staten Island to Brooklyn.
Yep.
Before you guys made up all those teams over there.
He gets into everything. Frank will do just about anything.
Beautiful. That's what I like. The passion of soccer, the love.
Not only soccer, karate, baseball, basketball. He does it all.
Well, Johnny, as long the kids they don't participate in like a heavy physical contact sport.
Yeah.
Soccer, it's beautiful because kids, you run a little bit, you kick the ball, right?
Yeah.
Not intense physical unless when they get bigger. That's beautiful. That's the best therapy.
Yeah.
If we need a therapy, that's the best therapy.
Yeah, let them run.
Music and sport.
Music
but
and sports.
I would take soccer because that's what we know. You know, sports and music together. Your kids will be, you name it. What do you want them to be? A lawyer, doctor, politician? You name them.
La bella vita.
They can become anything they want because they have discipline.
Yeah, Vincenzo, I gotta get my little one into. She wants to play, so she's gonna be U9.
Hey,
she's
bring her
U9.
to Brooklyn. What's the matter with you?
Yeah, we're gonna do something because she wants to play soccer very bad. Right.
Hey, you guys, you have a girls' team there, John, right?
Well, I'm with my older daughter's team. She can't play because she's too young to play on a team.
Oh, Sandro, they only have that age group.
Yeah, they didn't have U9 in the fall, so I'm hoping in the spring to have something outside for her to play outside.
If you don't have, John, you know what to do. Bring it to the federation.
I definitely
Don't worry
will.
about it.
I definitely will. You know, Vincenzo, next month, because of President's Day lands on a Monday, again, we're not going to be on the show. But they rescheduled me for a Saturday. And I believe it's going to be February 27, I think it is, if I'm not mistaken.
In the morning, afternoon?
It's going to be 12:30 in the afternoon.
Beautiful, John. I'll be available for you.
Aspet, if that's the case, I'll come and pick you up. You come do the show with me here, and I'll take you to Cavallaro after we're done.
Johnny, you call the shot, and for soccer, I'll go even in Alaska.
I love that. You see, passionate about soccer.
That's right.
But that's the plan, Vincenzo. So next month, if that's the plan. I believe it's going to be 12:30. It's going to be live, and then back in March we go back to the other studio.
Count me in.
All right. So we got about another minute and a half to go.
Anyway, Johnny, before we close, I was going to tell you this a sports joke, right?
Yes, let's go, Vincenzo.
This guy goes to Johnny and Vincenzo talking, and they said, ask you, do you know why the soccer players in high school, they get a better grade than the football players?
No.
Why the soccer players, they're getting better grades than the football players? Because they're using their heads.
Okay, that's right.
That's a joke, John.
All right, Vincenzo. So, with about a minute to go here, anything you want to mention about the Fiao? You guys are in the middle of the season, right?
Oh, well, right now we're gonna go on until April.
You're gonna go till April, right?
The third Saturday in April. That's when we finish the Cavallaro indoor soccer.
Very important. Okay, Vincenzo, we got 30 seconds.
Hey.
Yeah, if Brian wants to bring his team on, we'll let you know within the next couple of weeks. That's the U9 girls.
Okay, John, you
All
tell
right.
me what you have,
Yeah.
but like I said, this year, Easter will fall in March, so you have to call me sometime in February. We could squeeze a date in.
All right,
Otherwise,
Vincenzo.
in March might be too late.
All right, Vincenzo, that's the end of it. Thank you for coming on and being on the show. All right,
Keep in touch.
we'll talk soon. Thank you,
Good
Vincenzo.
night, everybody.
All
Keep
right.
listening to Staten Island Soccer Report.
Pari grande
Bye-bye.
amore.